So here we are in part two, looking at some of the members of Team India who have had a lot of good times with off the field, on the field, and my interactions and the stories that go along with. Rohit Sharma, a great case study of people saying that, oh, he's so talented, oh, he has so much time, but why is he not converting? And today he is regarded as one of the best openers across the world in formats. He's become such a good test opener now. But let's stick to ODIs here. The first time he batted an ODI, yours truly was his runner, and we batted together. I remember him walking in and asking how's everything. It was in Belfast, a very weird location, but that's where he came in. And I said, Andrew Hall is bowling. I don't pick him. I hope you can. But clearly he struggled as well, and he still remembers to this day when he says that those were not very encouraging words to a debutant walking in. I sometimes regret what I say. And then moving on, in 2007 is where he made a massive mark as a player in the T20 World Cup. I remember I was knocking with a certain bat. I wasn't playing that game, so I was just taking a few knocks, and he came, he just took my bat and just hit it a couple of times and said, wow, this bat really feels good. At those days, the sponsors were not that much of an issue, so we shared the same sponsor. And he said, can I take the bat? And I said, please do. And I remember he walked out with the bat same day and got a 50 against South Africa, and his journey in international cricket started. The story is not about the bat, but about the person's mindset. He had been having and using a certain bat for some amount of time, but he's so relaxed and he doesn't have these superstitions, and he's somebody who goes with his feel a lot. And that's what you see today as a captain as well. Him backing a Surya Kumar Yadav all the way, bringing back an R. Ashwin when the moment arises. Those kind of decisions have always been a Rohit Sharma decision, because he goes a lot with his feel, and his feel for talent, his pulse for who he feels as match winner. And that has stood the test of time in his limited time as a captain, because he's given some good results, especially in bilaterals. And I think this one World Cup will mean a lot to him. He would have prepared after that loss against England in the T20 World Cup. The next day, he would have started preparing, thinking, how am I going to win this 2023 ODI World Cup? What would I require? And that would mean at times playing a lot braver than what they did. And he has set up the process for that. And he is somebody who has changed his game so much. We got to remember, he was the highest run getter in the 2019 World Cup, scoring 648 runs. And boy, he batted so well. Even if he gets half the runs, I don't think he will care. In fact, he said himself, he doesn't care about the runs he gets. It's all about trying to win this World Cup. But the one thing that he has made sure is walk the talk. He is always in a hurry to get Team India off to a good start and putting the opponent bowlers to rest. We saw that in the recently concluded Asia Cup, how he took on the Pakistan bowlers. When people were saying that they could get early wickets, he comes out there, shows his skill, takes on the bowling and plays high-risk shots. And that I love about him, because he's a risk taker, and that has been the name of the game for him. I remember this vivid shot that he played in his test cricket. It was in a bit of a doldrum for him as a career, but he came out there and hit a six of Pat Cummins over covers, if I'm right. And that shot is etched in my mind. For somebody to come out there in test cricket and play shots like that, he's special. He was made for big things, and he's achieved a lot in his career. In many ways, could be his last ODI World Cup. And he's been somebody who's a very close friend of mine. We've literally grown together as players and as people, as a lovely family today, a proper family man, and spends a lot of time in Bombay with them. But most importantly, he is somebody that always remembers his roots. Even today, his closest friends are the same people who were there with him 20 years ago. And that tells a lot about the man. Virat Kohli. Where do I start? When I speak about Virat Kohli, there's always a smile on my face. I know him on a personal level. We've had so many meals together with our families as well. And the one thing that I've always looked at is how big a personality he has become. And post Anushka Sharma walking into his life, the kind of decisions he's taken, how he has become the consummate professional. Yes, he brought a lot to Team India in terms of fitness. And that was his biggest mark. And people are going to speak about Virat Kohli's great records. And in the same line, in the same breath, they will speak about the consummate professional he is off the field. I hardly have seen him eat a cheat meal in the time that I've spent with him. And he was somebody who loved his biryani, loved his non-veg. Today, he is gone on the other side where he's all about fitness. Every meal to the point where he measures it and eats. And that tells you that he's taken a leaf out of some of the greats in the world. We're talking about the Ronaldos, the Muhammad Alis, who have shown what discipline and dedication can do to sport. And he's taken a leaf out of that book and taken his batting to another level. Also, his fitness side by side, showing what it can do to any player who takes that part of their skill so seriously. His numbers, I think everybody will speak about his numbers. And I think for me, he is the greatest ODI batter along with Sir Vivian Richards and Sachin Tendulkar. There's not many others who join that list. Yes, there have been many performers, but I think these three have stood the test of time and have done things which have been trend-setting in many ways. They've left a legacy in ODI cricket. And yes, Virat Kohli, the Test batsman and the T20 batsman, are great as well. But here we are talking about his ODI career, probably coming to an end post this World Cup. And what a player he's been. They call him the king. He's the master of chases. You can use as many adjectives as you want, and all of them will suit him well. But I can tell you, all that you see is what you see on TV. But if you had to put a TV behind what he does off the field, that will make a massive, massive impact on every young boy and girl who wants to pick up the bat, because he's such a good professional that all you need to do is just observe what he does off the field, and it tells you the sacrifices over a period of time that he has done just to achieve what he has in these 15 years in international cricket. Two honorable mentions. One, somehow I feel both of them go under the radar a little bit. We're speaking about Ravindra Jadeja. The first time I saw Ravindra Jadeja was Rajasthan Royals versus Delhi Daredevils. And he came out there, they were struggling in Delhi. It was the first ever IPL match. You got to remember that as well. And here is this boy, when they were 30 or 40 for 4, in all sorts of trouble, played a lovely little knock of 40. And then one of the greatest leg spinners, the late Shane Warne, said that he is a rock star. And that's when I started following him closely and realized he is a rock star. He is somebody who can do things when people least expect him to do, just like the one that he did for CSK, the recently concluded IPL final. 10 runs of 2 balls. Who is it? Sir Ravindra Jadeja. And we all know him for his antiques post a 50 or 100 where he does the sword celebration. But most importantly, a man who has stood the test of time, been playing for about 14, 15 years in international cricket, close to that, and has made a mark in all 3 formats. He's been around for a long time. We don't associate the fact, because when I talk about him, I feel like, should I be saying this? Because I doubt it, because he's so fit. He could end up playing another World Cup, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say I would be very surprised. He is in his mid-30s, so he has to play 4 long years to play another World Cup. But I do think that in the time that he has played international cricket, he has achieved a lot as an all-rounder, shown India enough and more at different points of time with the bat and ball. He's going to be playing his 3rd World Cup very, very soon. And I just wish that he does what he does so well, which is bowl well in the middle. And most importantly, with the bat, he needs to make those contributions over a period of time like he has done. Yes, maybe a touch short of runs as we speak today, but it's not about that, is it? It's about the man and what he has done for Team India over a period of time. And he has again left a legacy for left-arm spinning all-rounders, and someone who's again upped his game, not only with the ball, but more so with the bat in Test cricket. And that is something that is phenomenal. And if at all I don't speak about Ravindra Jadeja and fielding, I'd be doing a disservice to what I'm doing here. He is arguably one of the most all-round fielders world cricket has ever seen. You can ask any fielding coach, the one thing that they would say is they would put Jonty, Ponting, AB de Villiers, and probably Jadeja very, very close. And probably Jadeja could win that battle only because he was so good all-round as a fielder. And that shows his value, not only with the bat and ball, but also on the field. In the same breath, now time to talk about Mohammed Shami. He's been one of those players who's come from Bengal, and Bengal have not produced too many fast bowlers playing for India. But this man has shown and given the people of Bengal a belief that you can come from that part of the world and be superstars with the ball. They've had Sourav Ganguly, who's been their epitome of success for many a year now. But Mohammed Shami has done his bit as a fast bowler. We all know about his seam positions. The first time I played him was in a match West Bengal versus Tamil Nadu. It was a damp wicket. And I remember playing, not knowing who could be, because on the other side, there was Lakshmiratan Shukla, there was Saurashis Lahiri, there was I forgot the third bowler, but there were other bowlers there, renowned names. But I remember I struggled, especially to Mohammed Shami, and I thought, okay, maybe a domestic bowler, God knows where his life is going to take him. Cut a couple of years, and we see him in the Indian team, and we all know how good a bowler he is today. He'd compete with most bowlers in terms of skill, pure skill. He's grown in stature in the T20 and the ODI formats. For some strange reason, he doesn't play too many bilaterals, but come the World Cup, every captain wants him, and it shows why they value him so much, because he not only can get you wickets up front with the ball, he can also bowl those death overs at ease. We've seen him do well for Gujarat Titans. He's been a consistent player in IPL for various teams, but most importantly, he's been someone who's done so well across formats for some period of time, and again could very well be the last World Cup for him. Just want to wish him all the very best, and again, somebody who's done exceedingly well in the limited time that he's played ODI cricket.